Six Talks. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Six Talks.
We're back at it again, baby. Woo!
It's been a long awaited episode.
It's been a while, and you've gotten injured in that time.
Yeah.
have-
You guys can't see, but my left ankle is doomed.
We have crippled Mahdi Nanji with us today, which is wild.
I feel like Steph Curry, you know?
Okay.
My ankle injuries.
All right, bro. This guy gets one injury and he starts comparing himself to NBA players, bro. You sprained your ankle.
Yo, I checked back to the game, to be fair.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Stop acting like you're Kobe Bryant. You sprained your ankle
And then I got
a
injured
little
on free
bit.
throws.
You sprained your ankle a little bit. You walked back into the game, shot your free throws in case you wanted to come back.
No, I fully came back into the game.
Oh, yeah.
I got 2 blocks right after.
So it's your fault,
Yeah.
basically.
And then I heard like a pop.
Oh, yeah, pop! Shut your... You did not tear your Achilles, bro.
Yo, I was scared.
He's
Not that I tore my
He's
Achilles.
walking out acting like he's the goddamn Kobe Bryant, like playing through a torn Achilles for the entire game. Like Klay Thompson walking back after tearing his ACL.
Facts,
You had a boo-boo on your ankle, bro.
No, it was not a boo-boo.
You had a boo-boo on your
It's swollen.
Just walking in here with crutches, bro. Like, it's whatever. But that's actually a good segue. This season has
There's been a lot of injuries.
insane with injuries. And we noticed that like as soon as possible because of fantasy basketball.
Yeah, facts.
But like there's been so many injuries that we had to open up another IR spot in our league.
Yeah.
Like it's actually insane. What are your thoughts? Do you credit it to anything? Do you notice anything
One
like
thing-
different this season compared to others?
I think one thing is there's many things. Like the pace is at an all-time high.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like last year the Indiana Pacers had the
Yeah.
fastest pace in the NBA. And every year it's always going to get faster and faster and faster. And you're running more, I want to say like more kilometers in a game, if that makes sense. You're running way more than you used to like maybe a couple years ago. You put that in with back-to-backs, with traveling, 82-game season, it's kind of bound to happen, you know? And I'm really big on we should shorten the season. I know this will never happen from a revenue standpoint, but I think that will make every game much better.
Yeah.
You know, because everyone's going to be there, everyone's going to stay healthy, and that's just going to expand and less injuries, you know, day to day. Like, for example...
Less back-to-backs.
Yeah,
I feel
and
like
less
teams are
back-to-backs, too.
playing
That's
so
a big
many
thing.
back-to-backs.
And one team we're going to get to, the Pelicans, they just died. You had flipping Alfred Payton coming back to the NBA and drop 21 assists.
That shouldn't be happening in November of this season.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. And it's not like it's just rest. We're actually injured, you know?
Yeah, and now especially with the 65-game rule, like a guy like Paolo Banchero, he has another goddamn even minor injury, and regardless of his incredible season that he's having, he can't win any awards.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Which messes up contracts, which messes up so many other things.
Yeah,
you know what I
accolades
mean?
and all that.
Accolades, all that. So yeah, the injuries suck.
I think what Adam Silver did with the 65-game rule was nice.
Yeah.
Just because it made players not want to rest, but I think it makes also players want to rush back from injuries. Like a good example was like Tyrese Halliburton, last season, to make the 65-game rule.
Yeah. I agree. I'm trying to look at the most injured team. I want to see if you can guess the most injured team in the league this season.
Pelicans.
And that's what I was saying. So as of November 13th, which is about a month ago,
Yeah.
the most injured team in the league, it wasn't the New Orleans Pelicans.
Philadelphia.
It wasn't Philly. Philly were third. New
Wow.
Orleans
Where were the
second.
Pelicans?
Second. This is as of 13th, so it was a month ago. I assume by now the Pelicans are like first.
Memphis?
Nope.
The Boston Celtics?
Nope.
I don't know.
It was the Toronto Raptors.
Oh, yes.
That you were forgetting.
Yeah,
And I just checked, by the way, as of now, the most injured team in the league is the Pelicans. Second is the Raptors. Third, you actually didn't name them. It's the Los Angeles Clippers. So this is according to cash, like based on the player's contract, like how much they make. That's like their value of how much they make. Like Kawhi Leonard, you know what I mean? Versus if you had like the Pelicans who had goddamn Alfred Payton, like Ashton Genty and all these bums get injured, you wouldn't call them the most injured player in the league. Right?
I think like the team that has their most talent.
Yeah.
injured.
Like
where's Philly on
like
that list?
Phoenix is fourth here.
Where's Philly on that
fifth.
list?
Like Phoenix is fourth here because KD got injured.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like that a lot better. But yeah, what I have a question for you. More so like, I feel like we do this every year. Everyone has the conversation about the NBA and like how entertaining the regular season is. How have you been enjoying the season?
One thing I will say, Adam Silver struck gold with the NBA Cup.
Yeah.
You know, I know people hate the courts. I'm about to watch a Warriors game today where they're playing in Denver. It looks like piss courts.
Yeah.
Hate
the yellow ones suck. It's Denver, Miami's.
Lakers.
The Lakers is like better
It's not
though.
as bad.
Their
It's like more
shade of
pastel.
yellow, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Their shade of yellow is a lot better. But like, I think Atlanta as well. Atlanta's sucks.
No, I like Atlanta.
I thought Atlanta's was yellow.
No, I think theirs is blue. Or
That's Milwaukee.
They pull up
Atlanta
the courts.
Hawks NBA Cup court. But yeah, the yellow is like terrible.
But I
actually
think
hate it
like
so much.
someone made a really good point on this. Like for example, it's that Steph Curry. Oh yeah,
It's yellow. You guys can see it.
the Steph Curry shot, for example, against the Mavs. Like you will know that's an NBA Cup.
That
game,
was
you know?
day one as well.
Yeah, that game was insane.
One thing I will say, I love the idea. I think they do need to change the format a little bit. Whether they add a couple spots into the... Why?
No, finish talking.
Do you feel like you know what I'm going to...
Yeah.
What's it called? Whether they add a couple spots to like the... What's it called? The playoffs, I guess? Or... Vegas, yeah. Or they like add another game. Like you play a team home and away. Because I feel like teams are getting eliminated so early that the Toronto Raptors played like they genuinely might have only played one meaningful NBA Cup game.
Yeah.
Because they lost the first game by so much.
I think the longer you make it, the less people will be like involved.
Yeah, but
you know, for example, like you know you only have 5 games. You need to come out hard every single 4 games. 4 games.
4 games.
You have to come out hard every single game out of those 4 games.
Yeah.
You know, I think if you make it longer, it's just gonna be
I don't
like
think an extra game's that long though.
yeah.
Like,
I don't know. I really do like how
that
it's
way
short.
make it instead of like because right now the NBA Cup's just it's like that it's that long like anyways. It's just that some NBA Cup days the Raptors aren't playing. Some days the Pacers aren't playing. You know what I mean? So instead of them not playing, just have everyone play every single NBA Cup day, and like make the tournament into something.
Fair enough. I don't know. I do like the 4 games because you know you're playing every team once.
It's kind of like the World Cup in a way, but I'm trying to make it more like the Champions League.
Yeah, you play more.
Where you play like twice. Well, now the Champions League got this weird ass format. I don't know if you know that.
I don't.
It's been a while for you, but now it's like a league format.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's like you play a certain amount of teams. There was like different pots based on like how good they were or whatever. So you're not playing.
So it's basically
you're
like
not playing like
Eastern
Real
Conference.
Madrid, Man City, or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So a league with all the teams, 1 through like 10, for example, 1 through 8. Get like automatic qualification into the knockouts, and then like 9 through like
so basically
20
essentially
are in like a play-in scenario.
Essentially, it's like you look at the Eastern Conference, you play your teams based on divisions.
No.
What
do you? There's no comparison to the league. It's every team top 8 make it to the knockouts. The middle bit goes to like a play-in tournament thing, and then the bottom gets like relegated to Europa League. They go to Europa League the next year.
Damn.
Yeah, so shout out to the Champions League.
I love the NBA Cup. What's been some highlights of the season for you so far?
Some of the highlights. I like seeing some of the I always love seeing like certain teams and certain players come out of nowhere. Right? I guess Orlando didn't really come out of nowhere.
I mean they did in a way.
Yeah, especially with the injuries, man.
Like I did not have them. They're like 4th in the East right now.
3rd in the East.
3rd in the East, right? And they are 12-5 without Paulo.
Yeah, that's insane.
Shout out France.
Like Houston's another example. We got a video coming out about them soon.
Grizzlies.
The Clippers, bro.
Yeah.
They're in a straight up playoff spot right now. So that's been fun. Specific players. I think it's always my favorite award is the Most Improved Player award. I feel like there's been a lot of candidates, right?
I have a question for you. Talking about Most Improved Player. If the season ended today, who's your Most Improved Player?
I actually have something to say about this. Because I think Most Improved Player is the award that I like track the most because I find it the most entertaining. I want to say the Most Improved Player award, people are not giving enough love to Norman Powell. I think Norman Powell
He's been great.
Is by far the most improved player. I'm hearing stuff about J-Dub. I'm hearing stuff about Jalen Johnson. I'm hearing things about, like, who else was MIP? Help me out here.
Dyson Daniels.
Dyson Daniels. Got all great candidates, but statistically, Norman Powell, Wembanyama, like, you got second-year players. People make this thing about, like, second-year players shouldn't be able to win it because their role just got bigger, or obviously they're gonna improve. Norman Powell's role just got bigger, so like I think he should win it. You should say, with that logic, he shouldn't win it, but he should.
But I think that's similar to the Maxey situation, for example. You know, like, obviously Wemby's gonna take a step. I think that's when people.
All I have heard about the goddamn LA Clippers is how James Harden's improved. James Harden's gone. James Harden's back into Houston days. He's shooting 39%. 39%. You know how insane that is? He's just chucking.
Norman
He just
Powell,
went 10 for 28. Can you read me his stats from last season compared to this season?
Who, Norman Powell?
Yeah.
So 13.9 points.
Yeah.
This season, 23.6 points.
Up 10 points a game.
The free throw hasn't changed. The efficiency, the field goal, he's up like 1%, not even.
He's up, but you gotta think about it. He's up 1%
on while
on
6 more
going
attempts.
up on 6 more attempts and going up 10 points per game. You know how insane that is.
And then everything else is kind of stayed.
In my opinion, Norman Powell is by far the most improved player.
I fully agree.
I don't think there's any argument.
And one thing I want to say, he backed that talk. You know, the addition
because
by subtraction.
people want to make that logic about J-Dub, or people want to say J-Dub now. I'm using the logic back at them. His role increased. Of course he's going to improve.
Yeah.
He's only in his third year. Of course he's going to improve. Why do we change that rule for third years and not second year players? Do we just not expect players to improve in their third year? It makes no sense to me. We're like, we expect them to improve in their second year. But do we not expect them to improve in their third year as well? It makes absolutely no sense.
The one thing I love about the most improved player, and I think we've spoken about this, I love when it's like the random that came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
For example, the Pascal Siakam, the Julius Randle.
Norman Powell.
And now Norman Powell.
Norman Powell.
No, Norman has been fantastic. I'm rooting for him. He's on my fantasy team.
That's a Raptor legend as
know,
well, so it's cool.
For me, my big ups goes to Dyson Daniels. I'm going to talk about
that. Is another guy that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, and I mean, Pelicans, that Hawks found a diamond in the rough in Dyson Daniels. He's leading the league in deflections. He's on pace to break the deflections record.
Yeah.
And double it.
Dude, watching him play basketball is so insane. He doesn't give you a second to breathe, bro.
Yeah.
He's an elite. He's already locked. I don't care how bad or good he does the rest of the season. He is all defense, bro. Yeah. He's all defense. I don't give it down. I'll say this, it's impressive that the Hawks won a sort of a panic trade. They traded away DeJounte Murray because they were like, we don't want to deal with this anymore. Just get him off the team. We'll take whatever you can give us. A couple picks, sure. Dyson Daniels, sure, he's young. Larry Nance to fit the contract. Bro, arguably Larry Nance has been more valuable to the Hawks than DeJounte Murray has been to the Hawks.
He's been injured.
Yeah. Bro, do you know how bad he's been since the injury? Since he's come back?
I saw yesterday he shot 21%.
It's been terrible.
With 5 steals, though.
Congrats, bro. You can steal it for all the times he's missed the goddamn shot.
I can't lie.
What I mean?
There was 1 week where I was watching Dyson Daniels and I was hate watching him because I was versing him in fantasy and that guy raped my team in steals.
He is a monster,
He
bro.
is. Bro, he had a stretch where it was 6, 7, 6, 5.
That was the week
6,
he played you.
5. Yeah, bro, he dropped 14 steals in a week.
That's so
one thing I want to say about the Hawks, though. I don't know if you've looked at I haven't watched much Hawks games, but
they look good.
They look good. But it's strange to me because Quinn Snyder did say that he wants Trae Young playing off the ball more. But I'm looking at the attempts and Dyson Daniels has more attempts than Trae sometimes. Yeah. DeAndre Hunter has more. DeAndre Hunter's been really good this season as well. So it's just really interesting to see what route they're going to go.
Well, in a way, if they're looking at Trae being more a facilitator as well, because I think his assist numbers have gone up.
Hey, bro, his assist, let me pull that up.
They're insane, no? I feel like his assist numbers have gone up, and he's getting others involved a lot more this season, which in the long run is going to be really helpful because you always have Trae who can go into that mode of getting
his
the bucket.
field goal has been terrible at 38%, 39%. But he's averaging 12 assists and 21
But he's
points.
never been the most efficient player anyway.
Yeah, his
so,
efficiency is
you know what I mean? If he's going to sacrifice a little bit of efficiency to up his assist numbers,
But, like,
get his teammates involved.
In the past couple of games, ever since he was out for that injury, he's dropped 18, 29, 7, 12, 25, 18, 20, 21, 14.
Can you read the assist numbers, though?
Yeah, the assist numbers 15, 5, 11, 22,
Yeah.
16, 13, 11,
Like,
19.
You know what I mean? He's never going to be that efficient, like, scorer.
Yeah.
And the one thing about Trae Young, it's never going to change. He will always be that player that you can go to down the clutch. They're not going to go to Dyson Daniels in the clutch.
Yeah.
They're going to Trae Young.
It was more interesting. It was really interesting to see, like, that stretch where you have Trae being more like a facilitator and not really, like, taking those shots.
Yeah.
You know, like, having Trae Young only take 10 attempts, you know, is crazy.
If they're playing better as a team, I don't see the harm in this.
No, definitely not a harm. It's more shocking.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. You don't expect something like this from a guy like Trae Young. You know what I mean? But next up, I have to ask you about something that happened a couple of weeks ago. When it comes to the Philadelphia 76ers, how Tyrese Maxey calls out Joel Embiid for being late. They had a healthy discussion. You know what I mean? Chicago Bulls style. A couple of weeks into the season already calling a team meeting.
Did the Bulls call it after one day?
Yeah, well, yeah. It's not as that bad, you know what I mean? But, yeah, so Philly's struggling a lot. They've gotten semi-healthy, and they're still struggling. Joel Embiid has played like 4 of the 19 possible games that they've had. Paul George has been dealing with injuries, and when he's played, he's looked awful. What is going on in Philadelphia?
What Tyrese Maxey did, I like. You know, there's reports that they were close and they hold each other accountable. For example, right? I'm going to use us as an example. If I'm like the head of the podcast, right? And like, let's say we have a bigger team and I'm always showing up late.
Yeah.
If I'm showing up late, then no one else is going to want to work, you know? And they'll be like, okay, if he's showing up late, why do I have to come on time, you know? And you see that he's showing late. He's coming to shoot around late. He's on the court and his stamina is not there, right? He's not playing good. Like, hell, he was better sitting off than playing on the court.
Yeah.
He didn't look that good when he was playing. You know, he probably had one good game. And he's not being able to stay healthy. When you're the second star on the team and like everyone's relying on the guy to come back and he's not coming back and your team's like 14th in the West, you know, I think 15th in the East at that time. You have to call him out. You know, you can't stay quiet because you look at him. He's your role model. He may not be the leader of the team, but everyone follows him basically.
Yeah. You said 15, they're 14th right now.
Yeah.
Like they have been really, really bad.
And
the thing is crazy. They've had some bright spots this season where Jared McCain. He's so down a little bit, but that's what you expect from a rookie, right?
It's okay, I dropped him. I don't care about him anymore.
I saw him on, what's it called? The waivers. I was thinking, but I was like, nah.
I had to pick up my guy Malik Monk. You know,
he's been like a really bright spot for them. He's leading the rookies in the Rookie of the Year race. He's up there. He's been a bright spot, a guy that you didn't really expect. A guy like, you know, Caleb Martin, he maybe hasn't been impressing you as much as you expected, but you should be able to live through that.
You know who's someone who's really impressed me? I'm going to pull up his stats right now.
Yeah. Can I just say, on the Joel Embiid point, I loved those 2 days where they were posting like Embiid stats and then Jakob Poeltl stats.
Yeah.
And being like, yo,
look
who's better, bro. It would be so funny. It's like off of 2 games.
Gershon Yabusele has been.
Why'd you have to like look up his name?
No, I want to check his stats.
Yo, dude, Gershon, shout out, bro.
He's shooting 49% from the field.
Really?
And 44% from 3.
Damn, man. I didn't expect... That's really impressive. You know?
That's what I'm saying.
Because,
like,
yo, people don't realize FIBA basketball does not equal, like, NBA basketball. And he's going in there giving them great minutes right off the bat. That's not a guy that I... Yeah.
He took Jared McCain's starting spot.
That's not a guy I expected to come out there and, like, actually impact the team.
That's
what I mean. Two bright spots that you didn't expect to impact the team right away. And they're still suck. It's their stars that are letting them down.
Yeah.
I don't think Paul George is going to be this bad all season long. But this is not a good sign right now, right?
It's not. He's focused on that podcast.
You just wasted potentially Jared McCain's hottest streak of the season.
Yeah. Did you see what he said on the podcast? He's like, Jared McCain is our most consistent player, and that can't be happening.
Yeah. I think people took it out of context. I think he's saying like
he's a rookie.
Yeah, he's a rookie. He shouldn't be the one who's leading us.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, basically.
It's kind of crazy. Jared McCain was cooking and posting vlogs every other day.
It's so dope.
Yo,
I love to see
apparently he
it.
drops like full movies.
Bro, he drops like 40-minute vlogs.
Yeah,
I watched this one when he went to Toronto. Yeah. And like the thing is, I want to say this as well. Maxey started the season bad as well.
No, I mean, I guess
he started inefficient.
Yeah, that's
started inefficient.
I remember that the numbers were there.
I hadn't. Yeah, of course. That's always gonna be there. He's the only one. Someone has to score.
Yeah.
With Paul George and Embiid out. But like the one thing about Maxey that you could always guarantee was the efficiency. Like he was always a very efficient player. So seeing him shoot really bad was shocking to me. I don't know how much. Maybe it's probably gotten better by now. But yeah, that was a little bit shocking to me.
I think Philly's gonna obviously become better, but like we even spoke that like we wanted to drop a video about that, but we're like it's okay, it's fine, it's injuries, you know, and we thought it's gonna get better.
Tyrese Maxey's shooting 41% from the field.
That's crazy.
That's like it was last year. Like 45 isn't the most efficient player,
but it's like
with the volume he shoots at, it's like pretty insane.
Yeah.
And the year before when he wasn't like shooting at that high of a volume, 48%, 49%. Year before 46. He's a what's it called? He's an efficient player. So yeah. Don't know what's going on in Philadelphia. I have to ask you about a certain thing. LeBron James. I'll give you the floor.
I mean,
he's fallen off.
He's 40. 40, 41, 42. I don't know. I don't think this stretch is going to continue. I think it's one of those stretches where it's not looking great. Yesterday, I was kind of worried he's not going to get to 10 points. But yesterday, let me just read you yesterday's stat line. It was terrible. I saw he had 10 points, 6 turnovers.
He's missed like 29 straight.
Yeah, and one of them was an air ball.
Yeah.
That was bad.
I saw some. He's tied with Kyle Korver right now in the all-time 3-point makes. And he's missed 29 straight threes.
That's
since tying
crazy.
This is like back when Steph was trying to break the record, the Ray
Yeah,
Allen record,
and
he was just chucking terrible threes.
December
like,
Steph.
Literally, it was crazy.
It's December.
What?
Oh, no. December Steph is like terrible.
Really? I didn't know this.
No, December Steph.
And he's been underwhelming this. We'll give you the 4 for the Warriors later, but like, what? Talk to me about LeBron, bro.
Okay, LeBron.
What's happening, bro?
Last game was good. Not this game, but versus Utah. But dog fight.
Yeah.
Right? Colin Sexton
versus Utah. They should have lost.
Did you see that?
Yes.
Yo, that's ultimate tank job, bro.
Shout out Will Hardy. I respect it, but like, this is the most unethical tank job of all time. His player was going to the rim with a second. What are you gonna do out of a timeout with 1 second left, bro? It's gonna be a catch and shoot no matter what against a good defensive team. Like, just play it out. You're playing it out. Don't take a timeout then.
Yeah. I mean, LeBron in this last couple of games, it's been terrible. I mean, yesterday was just, it sucked watching him. Like, not sucked watching, but it was so hard to see because he was so bad. Like, I was like, yo, bring Bronny in right now. He'll be better than...
It's not hard to see it all. It is not hard to see it all. I'll tell you something. While everyone is crying, be like, the league is over. LeBron sucks. This is the worst thing of my life. This is the best moment as a Raptors fan that I have seen. I've been waiting. How long has it been since 2018? It's been about like 7 years, 6 years? I can't do math.
6.
6 years since 2018. I've been waiting 6 years for a moment where LeBron James can feel a semblance of pain that I felt in 2018 after Game 3. I've been waiting this long for him to suck, and listen, bro, he's gone through sweeps against a team. I asked you this before the podcast. I was like, when has he ever felt this level of pain? When has he ever had any repercussions for what he did to me in 2018? You were like, he got swept by the Nuggets. Boo-hoo, bro. Oh, he lost in the play-in. Boo. He didn't even lose in the play-in.
He missed the playoffs.
He missed the playoffs. Boo. He had a hand pocket man, and like salute man as his head coach. Like, of course he's going to miss the playoffs. He's never felt a semblance of pain. He has a good coach right now. He has a good team around him.
Shout out JJ Redick.
This is the first time where it is LeBron James' fault. And I am ecstatic that he gets to feel this. I laughed very hard at the quote, I'm not doing the best offensively right now, because you're not. And Yeah,
It'll be better.
That is my opinion.
When do the Lakers play next?
Let
me pull this
I
up
don't know.
right now.
But realistically, he's probably going to come back to normal LeBron.
Yeah,
so
thank God.
I had to get that out of my system before he actually goes back to playing well. Last thing that I want to talk about.
He plays
before,
the Heat next.
The Heat? That's a good team, though, because the Heat suck. The Heat are terrible. The last thing I want to talk about before we move on to the title of the episode, I want to give you the floor to talk a little bit about your Warriors. I mean, started off the season hot.
Let's save it.
You want to save it?
Let's save it for when we get to our segment.
I just want to say about my Raptors, the greatest ethical tank job of all time.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's amazing.
They are good at sucking.
We're so good at sucking. Like, we're the best at sucking that you have ever seen. It's amazing. Nah, because, bro, we'll go down to the wire and the fourth quarter just fall apart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is good, bro. Imagine this team at the top 4 pick. Like,
Cooper flag.
you want to know something?
You don't want Cooper.
If we get the first overall pick, I'm taking Cooper. I see the vision with Dylan Harper.
My overreaction and hot take.
Yeah.
The Washington Wizards will beat the Pistons record for losing streak last season.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I saw their next couple of games. Right, let me read it out to you.
What are they at right now? 12?
I think 14.
14? What was the Pistons? 22?
28.
28. Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Detroit.
Don't be
man.
that team.
Come on, Detroit.
It's okay. They're bouncing back.
Yeah, I'm happy for him, bro.
Shout out. Okay. They might have a no-win December. Let me read you out their schedule. Cleveland.
Yeah.
Mavs. Nuggets.
Yeah.
Memphis.
Yeah.
Hornets, not too hard.
Hornets is a winnable game.
Yeah, winnable. Bucks, who've turned it around.
But winnable game.
Thunder. Hornets. Knicks.
Okay, here's the thing, though. They play the Hornets twice in a month. So I feel like surely they'll win one of those.
I think LaMelo will be back by then.
But even then, like...
And then January, it kind of gets easy.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's supposed to be an overreaction for it. It's Bulls, Pelicans, Rockets, Philly, Bulls,
The
Thunder.
Pelicans is a really is a win.
But I mean,
they could be they could be healthy by then. Who knows?
That's in January.
Philly. I can't believe we're doing a bottom to top and we're
know,
already
Philly.
at Philly.
Yeah.
Mine is the Paul George signing made them worse.
Interesting.
So here's my logic. I actually don't think that this is obviously an overreaction because in the grand scheme, I feel like we should preface this segment by saying most of these are probably gonna make us look stupid in a month. You know what I mean? But that's the whole point of the episode.
Overreaction.
The Paul George signing has made Tyrese Maxey into the third option. And now, when he is injured, when Embiid is injured, Maxey is being forced to chuck, and it has ruined his efficiency as a player. And then the fact that Tyrese Maxey is the third option when Paul George is averaging 15 points per game on a terrible efficiency.
I just want to point out, I got offered Paul George for James Harden in fantasy 1-for-1.
Okay, can I just say, efficiency standpoint, that is very fair. It wasn't me who offered it. That's not even crazy.
No, let me read you Paul George's efficiency while you continue.
Okay, they're both trash. What the hell's the point of this argument? They're both trash.
37%.
Okay, James Harden is 39%.
Well, he's bringing you assists, everything else.
Okay, yeah, congrats. He's hitting more shots. He's just taking more shots than goddamn Paul George, bro. That's the only difference. Paul George signing made them worse. That's my overreaction.
My overreaction, hot take, the Philadelphia 76ers should become sellers, trade everyone, including Embiid in the offseason, and build around Maxey, McCain, and whoever they draft.
McCain?
They have a top 6 protected lottery pick. Sell everyone and rebuild. Because the process.
If they got Cooper, I'd be so upset. Because they don't deserve it, bro.
And then trade Embiid.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a team that will fit Embiid.
What do you guys have for them?
Kaminga, Moody, Mods.
And every first round pick under the sun for a goddamn... That's the issue, man. With Giannis, people are willing to give up those first round picks because he's a healthy player, relatively healthy player. Yeah. No one's giving that up for a guy with Joel Embiid who's openly said, I'm not playing back-to-backs.
Yeah, and then he said, I'm trolling.
So, yeah, literally. Like, you don't want to...
I just found this a really fun one and funny.
Yeah. Building around Jared McCain is wild, though.
Yo, I mean, he was most consistent player.
Okay, but he's not going to be like that in his career. He's not, bro. He's not. It's just a hot shooting streak.
No, I think he's him.
Okay. Next up, my
The
Toronto
Raptors.
Raptors. I said Adam Silver will reward us with the first overall pick due to our ethical tank job. I think we're going to be rewarded. I think Adam Silver respects the fact that we're giving entertaining basketball, but at the same time, we want a star player. Utah Jazz are freaking taking timeouts to cancel out game winners. The Washington Wizards are breaking records for goddamn terrible losing streaks. Who else is competing?
Philly.
Like Portland, I wouldn't be mad at Portland getting it
Yeah.
because they're like similar to us. They're giving good basketball. They're winning some games. Portland owns Minnesota. So yeah, that's my overreaction. I think Adam Silver is going to rig the lottery for the Toronto Raptors.
The Toronto Raptors have found their point guard in Scotty Barnes.
A point guard.
Point
You
forward.
think he should move? I really like that actually.
He's averaging
moved-
7 assists.
He's moved
and he's been
to point guard, but I don't think people will realize like when we're healthy, he's moving back.
Yeah, obviously.
So what do you do with Emmanuel quickly?
Trade him.
That contract?
Trade him. I mean, obviously, overreaction. I'm just talking. But
Yeah.
what I've seen from Scotty with the playmaking is great. And when he got drafted, he had 6'9" point guard in his bio. And he's showing why he had
And
point
if we like draft a guy like a Cooper Flag, I see maybe Toronto doing a lineup of Scotty, Grady, RJ, Cooper, Pirtle next year, quickly off the bench.
Yeah.
Or quickly as a shooting guard, Grady off the bench.
Oh,
But I
Grady's
think their future is they
Shout
want
out Grady.
Grady. They want Grady.
Shout out
there.
my boy Grady.
Yeah. I think
Huge fan.
if he wasn't a second-year player, he would be involved in most improved player conversations.
kinda
But no,
now. I mean, he's that
a little bit,
good.
a little bit. Yeah, he got injured
But he's
as
averaging
well.
close to 19 points a game.
Yeah, you didn't fall off that
It's
crazy.
okay, I sold him high.
It's okay.
See.
Next up,
The Charlotte
Charlotte.
Hornets.
I said LaMelo cannot be the best player for them
Interesting.
because I think we have enough of a sample size to see the ceiling with this team. Granted, the last time LaMelo had a fully healthy season, they made the play-in. I don't think adding a guy like Brandon Miller or Miles Bridges around LaMelo Ball, who's your superstar that you're building around, will elevate you to a championship is the goal of every NBA team, not to make the playoffs. For Charlotte, a short-term goal is making the playoffs.
Yeah.
But that's not your end goal. I don't think LaMelo Ball is the player to do that. I'm not saying trade him, but I'm saying maybe get a guy that's better than him and make him the second best player. Yeah. My only question is, would LaMelo Ball be cool with that? Because I feel like he's the kind of guy, you know, big baller brand. You know, LeVar Ball's taught him be the superstar, be that guy. Yeah, like
I'd love to see that.
bring Lonzo,
Yeah.
bring LiAngelo. Did you see the interview?
Yeah,
LiAngelo
with
doesn't want to play overseas
With Angel Reese,
Yeah,
right?
Lonzo literally called him out. That was crazy.
That was so funny.
That was so crazy.
Shout out Big Brother.
He's giving, but like I do it behind the scenes, bro. Doing it on Angel Reese's podcast is a little wild to me.
My thing is kind of opposite from you saying.
Yeah.
And LaMelo Ball is one of the best point guards in the NBA right now.
In the NBA,
He has been on a tear.
Yeah.
And obviously, again, it could be empty stats, but it's so fun watching him.
but that's my point. He's been on a tear, and they're the 12th seed right now.
Okay, but like, there's so many guys you can make that argument for. Like, okay, I'm trying to think.
Like who?
Let me think.
The tear on the level of LaMelo Ball.
In recent years, flip. Come back to me on this.
And he has a solid roster around him.
Yeah.
Like you can make an argument like a
You,
guy like
you were big on the Hornets this year.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm so upset with this.
Brandon Miller has been great too.
Why the hell did I think you said Ingram? I was like, he does not play for the Hornets.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Yo,
maybe that's a trade. Who knows? Yeah, Brandon Miller's been great. Miles Bridges has sucked.
Yeah, he's been terrible.
He's fallen off.
Traded
You had him,
him
didn't you have him as in like a top 10 for whatever, I think small forward?
No.
I'm pretty sure you did.
No, I think I was hyping him up because I paid like $15 for him in fantasy, and then I traded him for Dame alongside Zion.
Yeah. But he's been terrible.
Yo, my trades are
Charlotte's got it. Charlotte really has to get better, man. They're disappointing.
I chose the Pistons over them, and it's working out for my favor.
Yeah, shout out Detroit, bro.
Yes, sir. The Brooklyn Nets.
Brooklyn. I'm actually gonna shock you, and I think I'm gonna shock a lot of people. I think they messed up badly this season. They should not be actively trying to win games. Look,
But I mean, it's still early in the season.
right, but look at there are a lot of incredibly good like tanking teams below them, bro. And they're still in a lot of these games and winning them. They're like the Raptors, but they're winning some of these close games, right? If they don't trade some of these players soon, they might make a mistake and make the gap way too big to out tank. Because let's say a tanking team won't be like the Detroit Pistons or the Washington Wizards. Those are genuine bad teams, right? The Brooklyn Nets, when they're tanking, they'll lose like 4 in a row and then win 1. Lose 3 in a row, win 2. Lose 4 in a row, win 1. You know what I mean? They won't go on like a 14-game losing streak. That's not what a tanking team is. And what's it called? No, but they're not like a bad team. They have pieces.
My counter argument to that, though, right? And what I'm about to say, I don't know if this is overreaction, but the Nets will trade everyone, and they will end up with multiple first-round picks. Like, I'm not mean 2 first-round picks. I'm saying 3 to 4, maybe 5, because I think everyone have.
Let's look through it, right?
Cam Johnson
worth 1. We're talking minimums. Okay?
Yeah,
minimum 1.
Dorian Finney-Smith, minimum
1. Dennis minimum 1.
Yeah, minimum
100% minimum 1.
I mean, if Cam Thomas gets traded,
Cam Thomas is not getting traded.
I mean,
they're definitely.
So I think
those are 3
they
targets.
can end up with 5. You know, and I think that's my overreaction.
I think they would want 2 for Cam Johnson.
Yeah, they said they want.
Yeah, especially if you package him with Dorian Finney-Smith, they'll be like, give us 2 or 3.
Yeah, he's been balling, you know, and I think as soon as the trade deadline things, you have Zaire Williams, you have God knows who starting. Yeah. And that's your lineup, you know? And they will actually be
those are like solid role players.
Yeah.
Who? Zaire Williams.
Yeah, okay, but like, I mean, he's going to be the
I don't think that's 14-game losing streak bad. Like, Zaire Williams isn't a bad player. He's just like...
He's not, but I think if he's the best
I think Detroit had actively bad players that were playing.
Who did the Detroit Pistons have last season?
Ivy was bad last season.
Asar
was bad at times.
Last year, bro, the Detroit Pistons was retarded because Monty Williams...
Kevin Knox was playing.
Yeah.
Killian Hayes
was playing.
Killian Hayes was playing more than Jaden Ivey. Like, it made... Then Marcus Sasser, who was playing well, and then they bench him randomly.
Okay, maybe not 14-game losing streak, but I think they will drop
that's my point. I think the gap will be too big.
I don't think so. I disagree. I have to disagree with you on that.
Alfred Payton just got waived.
That's crazy. That's actually
poor guy,
insane.
Bro. Poor guy, man.
Yeah, someone pick him up.
Fake ass teams, bro. You set records with them and they drop you like a day later. That's wild.
Detroit Pistons.
I said Tobias Harris and Malik Beasley were 2 of the best signings in free agency.
I want to talk about that. Mine is they will finish top 6 in the East.
Top 6?
Yeah.
The East does suck.
They do.
Who's 6th right now?
Hawks.
Atlanta, yeah, man.
I can see them being over the Bulls, the Pacers, they've been terrible.
Yeah.
And the Heat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then they'd have to be above Atlanta for your logic.
Yeah, and that as well.
My logic, man, I see this Tobias and Malik Beasley also on a lesser scale.
Malik Beasley has been amazing. I know we spoke about it. You talk about it. I'm just going to pull you up his stats real quick because he's been amazing. He's on my fantasy team, and I look at his stats every single day, and I'm like,
I love how every argument relates back to our fantasy teams.
No, but that's
a good indicator. Yeah, facts.
Bro, his recent numbers. First of all, he's averaging 16 on the season on 40% from 3, right? 19 points, 25 points on 71% field goal, 10 points, 14 points, 18 points, 16 points, 21 points, 26, 20, 26,
14
21,
points
50,
is like, what do you
22.
expect from a guy like him?
You know what I mean? Like, it's been crazy. This guy has been in double digits for...
I compare this to when the Houston Rockets had a ton of cap space and signed Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks.
Yep. We're going to talk about that next...
Granted, they overpaid. They didn't even overpay for Malik Beasley. Overpaid for Tobias Harris for what the player is. But these are 2 veterans that they added to a young team that people don't understand the importance of veterans, man. And they're solid players. Tobias Harris was overhated because of...
2 years.
They added a very solid player to a young core. They added a starter, a solidified starter in the league to this team, man. People don't realize this. And now Malik Beasley is playing like solidified starter, fully healthy. What's their lineup? Cade, Ivy.
Oh yeah, true.
Or if they want to move Ivy out the bench,
sometimes
Beasley, Tobias.
Sometimes they start Tim Hardaway.
Yeah, but
he's
I
mid.
mean, yeah, I don't know about that. And then Asar, then Tobias, then Duran. Duran's been a little bit disappointing,
I want to say,
but he hasn't been bad.
Isaiah Stewart looks like he's better than Duran some nights.
Shout out.
You know?
Bro, Isaiah Stewart, man, that's another player that had the LeBron effect happen to him. You know what I mean? Where he beefed LeBron, and then everybody hated him, and people didn't realize he's actually a solid player.
No, he saw it.
It's the same thing with Dylan Brooks.
He can space the floor.
Yes, sir. Shout out. Chicago. This one's a little boring. Mine kind of sucks. I said they're going to be the most active team at the deadline.
I had something similar.
What do I say about Chicago?
This might be an overreaction, but Levine and Vucevic will both be traded.
That's why I was thinking.
Yeah.
I think they're the most tradable players in the
Levine
market.
is averaging 22 points on 51% from the field.
What'd I say, bro?
43% from
incredible
three.
season.
And then Vucevic, bro, I would love him on the
was
Warriors.
shocked.
Bro, I want him on the and they only
you
want
want-
2 second-round picks.
But really?
Yes!
Damn.
Bro, give up DeAnthony Melton and Kyle Anderson in 2 seconds. I'm
I
breaking
feel so bad for DeAnthony Melton. He was having such a
know.
good season, and
Bro.
now he's like a trade piece just because of the injury.
It sucks.
I feel so
Bro,
bad. for the
Vooch is
guy.
averaging 21, 10, 58% from the field.
That defense, though.
I mean, I have Draymond.
Yeah.
DPOY candidate, bro. DPOY candidate.
Draymond's having a good season. Vucevic is.
Bro, did you see? Sorry, kind of off topic. Trace Jackson Davis is averaging 43% on layups.
That's insane.
That's my starting center.
Is he? No, but I feel like Steve Kerr will start him and then play him 4 minutes.
Yeah, he will.
Like, it's so weird. Like, just bench
Bro,
him at that point, bro. Start
When we get to the Warriors, I'm on Twitter. Warriors fans are calling for Steve Kerr's head.
Yeah. Steve Kerr's one of the most overrated coaches.
Yeah, he's been mid this season, bro.
This season, the only times he's had, like, I'd say he's been a really good coach was when he had a super team. He's an overrated coach. But yeah, I mean, Vucevic and Levine are very, like, tradable people.
Yeah.
I think now Levine's playing up to the standards of his contract. Teams would be willing to take a shot on
I
that.
wonder what teams.
Milwaukee.
Chris Melton.
If Chris Melton comes back and is disappointing.
Yeah.
You said the Warriors for Vucevic, Warriors for Levine.
No,
Why not?
because you have to give up Wiggins.
Ooh,
I'm not giving up Wiggins. Wiggins has been
Jeez.
great.
Shout out
this season.
Andrew Wiggins. I'm proud of him. I'm happy for him.
Yeah, he's been the second best player on the team, maybe third. Yeah, Draymond. Pacers.
Indiana, I said Tyrese Halliburton is the most overrated player in the entire league.
I had something very similar.
Yeah, say yours.
Tyrese Halliburton is not on a slump, and last season was a fluke season, like a hot streak.
Let me tell you something. Right here. Wait. Let me pull it up. ESPN did a top
I knew this was
25
coming.
players under 25. Where did Tyrese Halliburton rank?
5th.
Where would you rank him?
I'd have to see the list, but hold on. Let me pull up
Just
the
off the
list.
top of your head, he's out of the top 10. Let's be real.
Yeah, from
They
how
ranked
he's been.
him 6, above guys like Tyrese Maxey, Jalen Williams. Those are the first 2 people that came to my mind. Scotty Barnes, Franz Wagner's above him. Dog, like above Alperen Sengun. Tyrese Halliburton is the most PR protected player in the entire league.
Yeah,
He's averaging.
I have the 17 points on 41% from the field. I'll round her for you. 33% from 3.
Yeah.
And only 8.6 assists.
Can I just say, and let me look at his performances. Okay.
Terrible.
He played the Memphis Grizzlies. Was terrible. 8 points on 3 for 10 shooting, and then let me say this.
Versus Detroit, it was a bit
he
better.
was solid against Detroit.
Yeah.
19 points. So good against Portland. Good against New Orleans. Good against Washington. Good, solid against Milwaukee.
Houston, terrible.
Terrible against Houston. He was
Raptors, terrible.
Bad against the Raptors. Bad against Miami. Bad against Miami. Bad against Orlando. Bad against New York. Do you see a pattern?
The bad teams.
Bad teams. You take out those bad teams, and he is having an atrocious season. Like,
it's been a tough watch.
and all I'm hearing is he'll bounce back.
Yeah.
Injuries. I heard this from you over the offseason. He's an injured player. Hamstring injury.
Last year, like in the offseason, I was going based on like when he rushed back from the thing. But now,
But
he just
after
looks
that,
terrible.
he was still not good.
It looks terrible.
And people didn't realize
and
that.
a lot of people are saying that like there was a report. I don't know how credible.
This is my point, man. People don't look at the second half of the season at all. People base their opinions of players off of the first half of the season. Because second half apparently doesn't matter at all. Like, that's all I'm saying. Even NBA fans, they don't care about it.
I mean, I hope he comes back.
I don't.
Why?
Because we have their pick next year. In 2036.
Oh, okay.
I want him to suck. So, yeah. Sorry, Pascal, but, like, I want Indiana to be that
stayed.
next year. Yeah. Should've. No. It was time. But
Miami Heat.
I have an interesting one. And this is sort of basing off of a recent quote. Pat Riley is not a good GM. He is not a good general manager. Who some people call the greatest general manager of all time, said a couple days ago, I struggle to trade players because they're like family to me. What general manager has that mindset?
Crazy.
You know how insane that is?
That is crazy.
So he's holding on to them because he likes them, basically.
That's wild.
There's a power of friendship at a GM, bro. Like, that's what... Pat Riley is not a good GM. He hasn't improved this Miami Heat team at all within 3 seasons. Yeah, he is fully banking on Jimmy Butler to go Super Saiyan to carry this team. They've added no help. They've been struggling. They drafted a guy in Kel'el Ware, and they don't play him. Yeah. It makes no sense to me. They're playing Pelly Larson more than Kel'el Ware, their second-round pick.
Apparently, Heat fans are really liking him.
I like Pelly Larson. He's good. But they're not giving Kel'el Ware the opportunity to show that you can play.
Bro, I don't know. I haven't watched much Heat games. Have you?
Yeah.
I'm kind of box score watching.
Yeah.
Bam Adebayo has been
so bad. He's been
atrocious.
So bad. No, his touch around the rim has gone away.
I want to pull up his
He missed a dunk against us. Bam Adebayo missed a dunk.
He's been terrible.
And this is... I can't believe
you had him so high.
Dog, I finally came around on Bam Adebayo.
He's shooting 42% from field.
As a center!
Yes. And
I finally come around on Bam Adebayo. I hype him up. I'm like, you know what? I was wrong. I admit I was wrong. He's better than Pascal. He's one of the most underrated players in the league. And he goes and does this. It makes me look stupid. Like, this dude, bro.
You put him over Sabonis.
I put him over Sabonis.
My overreaction is trade Jimmy.
Trade
Jimmy. Build around Tyler Hero. Trade
Tyler Hero's had a good season.
He's been amazing. He's an all-star if all-stars were today.
Yeah.
I would say
it's tough because guards.
I wanna get your opinion on this. So Bleacher Report put out a trade for the Warriors to land Jimmy Butler. I don't know if you saw this.
I didn't.
The Miami Heat receive Jonathan Kuminga, DeAnthony Melton, Andrew Wiggins, a 2025 first-round pick, a 2026 first-round pick, a 2027 first-round pick, and then a 2030 first-round pick.
Yep.
What are your thoughts?
I would not give up that much for Jimmy Butler.
I agree. That is a flipping haul. That's what I give up for Kevin Durant.
Yeah, that's true.
That is crazy.
That's wild, bro. He's not.
And they also give up Gary Payton to the Raptors for some reason.
Yeah, I saw. Oh, I did see this. Yeah. Like, why do we get? I'll take it, but I think we had a Bruno Fernando in the deal. That's why.
Yeah.
Bruno Fernando for Gary Payton. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Shout out Bruno Fernando. He's been playing better. Atlanta. I said they have the most underrated young core in the league.
Whoa.
The most.
That is overthink. We kind of spoke about this, but I said they won the DeJounte Murray trade, and Dyson Daniels is the perfect future alongside Trey.
Yeah. I mean, like, bro, you look at their core: Dyson Daniels, Jalen Johnson, Trae Young, Onyeka Okongwu has finally shown some semblance of growth. You know what I mean? They still got Kobe Buffkin who can develop. I think they have one of the better young cores in the league, and people aren't realizing it.
I think they are one of the more underrated teams. I think Dyson Daniels has been everything they wanted DeJounte Murray to be.
Yeah.
And it's
gritty defensive guy who doesn't need to take too much shots, and he hits them when he what's it called? He hits them when he needs to. And what's it called? Just the gritty defender, man.
Yeah, no,
a team that needed one. So Milwaukee.
The East should fear them.
Yeah. I said mine's a little boring, but like it's kind of true. I think Giannis has become underrated.
He is. Bro,
Why am I not hearing anything about Giannis for MVP?
he should be in MVP conversation.
I think he's number one. But you see his last 10 games.
Bro, it's crazy.
Can I just say, I didn't even know he had a 59-point game. I don't
Against the Bulls, right?
No, it was against Detroit.
Yes, okay. Yes.
I didn't know what was happening.
That game, I don't know if you watched live.
Yeah.
Holy crap, Dame was not playing that day. Bro, this guy turned into Dame. He shot
I do remember this game now. He shot
he hit a
he
pull-up
mid ranges and
bro, that was
I do remember this game now.
Bro,
yeah.
He's low-key hitting his mid ranges this season.
Listen, bro, if Giannis Antetokounmpo's hitting his shots,
bro, if he's hitting his shots, he's unguardable.
But he's number one in MVP.
Yeah, he's been great, especially with the Bucks playing so good.
Yeah, what's it called?
And Dame's been better this season as well.
Yeah. But like I said, I still stick with it. They are not winning nothing with that man behind the bench. Man. They're not winning anything with that man.
I mean, also the Bucks have had a cakewalk schedule recently.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, it's hard to win though. They weren't winning those games before the season either.
That's what Doc Rivers said.
Yeah.
They beat the Wizards. They beat the Heat.
I agreed with Doc Rivers on something.
Let me tell you everything they beat. They beat the Hornets, the Pacers, the Bulls, the Rockets. Then they lost to the Hornets. They beat the Pistons, Raptors, lost to the Celtics, lost to the Knicks, and then beat the Jazz, lost to the Cavs twice.
Yeah.
So I mean, they've only beat bad teams, but I mean, that's kind of what you have to do,
Facts. New York. I said the Mikal Bridges trade has been a failure.
Yeah, I said that too.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's the first time it's taken us this long to have the same thing, same answer.
And then I had that if they fix the defense, because the Mikal has not been hitting the shots.
He hasn't played good defense.
That's what I'm saying. And I think he said something about your defense ties in with your offense. But this guy's struggling to go through screens.
Yeah.
And if you have flipping
is this shot still weird? Does he still do the weird?
I haven't seen it, but
I don't watch the Knicks in a minute.
I don't think so.
I remember they I watched a game where he didn't have the hitch, but
I think the hitch is now gone.
Hopefully it's gone. What the hell? I don't know
what the hell they did.
Why do you switch a shot that's
But I'm still high on the Knicks. I think as soon as
they're your finals team.
Yeah.
Them versus OKC. One of those teams is looking good.
Yeah.
Orlando.
Franz is a superstar.
I said Franz. I said Franz is the rightful first option.
I think it can be.
I'm interested to see.
You know who Franz reminds me of?
Who?
Jaylen Brown.
Yeah. Yeah.
That can be a first option, but
it's just behind a superstar.
He's behind a superstar.
Facts.
Like I said, he's averaging 23 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 46 from the field, and 12 and 5 without Pablo.
The Orlando Magic do kind of remind me of the way they're building it. It does remind me kind of how the Boston Celtics built this team. It does. I can't lie.
Yeah.
2 top picks, build around them, build a great roster around them, shooting, defense. It does remind me of
their offense has been good too.
Yeah, shout out Jamal Mosley. Great head coach.
Shout out. Let's fly through these because there's not much to talk about.
Yeah.
The Celtics, they're untouchable and they're going to win back-to-back.
I said, if they dry up from 3, they are screwed.
Yeah,
they shoot.
They live
I saw it. 57% of their shots are 3-pointers.
That's insane.
You know how insane that is?
That's like the
they chuck. They chuck.
And it goes in.
Yeah, that's what. No, but that's what I mean. Their strategy is shoot. Eventually, enough will go in. That's the issue with the NBA. Teams are just chucking threes now. The thing is, the strategy is you score more threes than the other team, you're probably gonna win.
Yeah.
But if they dry up from 3, they're screwed. Especially in the playoffs against some of these teams that can defend the 3-pointers.
Yeah.
They dry up from 3, they are done for. Because they're basing their entire team off that right now.
Yeah, but I mean, they've looked great.
Yeah.
Cleveland. They are contenders, and they're the second best team in the East.
I said they might have 4 All-Stars.
Interesting.
You want to know why? I think the coaches vote, people don't realize how much of an impact that has, and coaches love rewarding winning teams. Yeah. They did it with Kat last year. Granted, Kat deserved it. I think Jared Allen genuinely deserves an All-Star nod. I think they're gonna have guaranteed Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell. I think the coaches will want to give it to Jared Allen and potentially Evan Mobley. Maybe they'll split the votes.
Evan Mobley has been really good.
What I mean?
He's been impressive. Time to move on to the Western Conference. I think let's start from the top seed and then move down.
Why are we doing the opposite?
Because I realized how, one team in that it'd probably make more sense to start with the top teams and then go down.
All right.
Because we take less time on the...
Sure, go for it.
Okay.
The OKC Thunder.
The Thunder. They have the best defense of all time.
I said something similar. I said this team, when healthy, can rival the 2016 Warriors as being the best team of all time. I think so.
Damn.
Best team of all time.
That is an overreaction to a finest.
Well, obviously you're gonna say that. What is the? But
I mean, I'm not even being biases aside.
yeah.
You have Clay, KD, Steph, Draymond.
Do you not think what's it called? You don't think Shea is equal to Curry?
Who's?
Do you not
Durant?
think J-Dub has the potential to be as good as
Hell no.
as Klay Thompson?
And then who's Durant?
Chet Holmgren?
No.
The 7-footer that can shoot threes and block shots?
If anything, you can make more of an.
Less scoring.
I see what you're saying. I just.
I'm just trying to compare molds. I think play like skill wise, J-Dub will end up being way better than Klay Thompson. I think J-Dub would be closer skill wise to Kevin Durant. Then you have Chet Holmgren as your Klay Thompson.
Maybe we can have this conversation a year or two down the line.
Well, that's why it's an overreaction.
But yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah,
And
but
then
that's
what's
crazy.
it called? You got Isaiah Hartenstein, who is arguably a goddamn top 7 center in the league.
Okay, that's crazy glaze and crazy shit.
It's not even though. Like look at the
Joel Embiid, Wemby,
yeah.
Jokic, Chet is the center technically.
Sure.
Kat, Rudy Gobert.
I would argue him versus Rudy. What does Rudy do that Isaiah Hartenstein doesn't?
The defense is way better.
Is it?
Yeah,
Is it?
it is.
I don't think you realize how good Isaiah
Isaiah
Hartenstein.
Hartenstein's defense has been good, but it's nowhere near Rudy
Okay,
Gobert.
Rudy Gobert's offensive game is nowhere near Isaiah Hartenstein's.
That is fair. You got me there.
Yeah, and the playmaking is nowhere near Isaiah Hartenstein's.
Yeah, his playmaking has been
The
insane.
rebounding, Isaiah Hartenstein's been way better. Sabonis.
Bam has been underwhelming.
Terrible.
AD?
Okay.
No, stop
Yeah,
it.
no, yeah,
Okay,
no,
you
yeah.
looked at me like you were thinking. So
No,
how
I was trying to think if we
Jokic,
counting power forwards.
Embiid, AD, Wemby, Sabonis, Chet, Kat.
Yeah.
I'm already at 7.
Okay. Top.
KP, you can make an argument.
He's
for.
not. He doesn't play.
I mean, he's back now.
He doesn't play.
Gobert, you can make an argument
No,
for. And
he's
then
not better.
If Bam was better, then you can make an argument for
Yeah.
Bam.
But
Sengun?
the fact that we're in this conversation
No, facts.
is
He's-
insane. Like,
Yeah, he's been
it's
great.
insane to me. But yeah, the OKC or sorry,
He got that
Houston.
bag. He deserves it.
Yeah.
Houston, I mean, you guys are going to see the episode
Yeah.
coming out. The
I
title,
said-
Dark Horse Contender.
Yeah. That's yours? I said Amen Thompson is their best player. And will be their best player.
I can see Wilby. I think right now he's not there.
I think he needs the ball in his hands more to show that offensive game.
That is true.
Defensively,
Right now,
he's their best
insane,
defensive
bro.
player.
He is so athletic.
And the athleticism. I don't know what the shot is at right now.
Shot.
I feel like I don't think anyone on Houston's shooting well, which is why they're such a weird team. And again, we'll talk about that in the episode. But what's it called? I think he needs the ball in his hands a lot more. Yeah, 27% from 3.
Yeah.
The shot's still not falling, but that'll happen eventually. I think Evan Thompson's gonna be is their best player. That's the overreaction.
I mean, fair enough. Tari Easton's been
Shout out
great too.
Sengun. Shout out Sengun. But
Shout out the Houston Rockets. We both had them out of the
missing
playoffs.
the playoffs.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. That's embarrassing.
The Memphis Grizzlies.
I said I credit their success the most to Jaren Jackson Jr. The difference between, or you want to say yours?
I'm going to take it a step further.
Yeah.
It's Jaren's team.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's for the defense. And it's not because of the defense.
I'll say this: the difference between this year and last year, Jaren Jackson Jr. has been able to win the Grizzlies games without John Morant. Right? Last season, they started the season terribly.
Yeah.
Because remember the conversation at the start of the year? Oh, if they could, stay afloat, and then Ja comes back, then they'll still be fine.
Yeah.
But Jaren couldn't even keep them afloat. Not only is he keeping them afloat when Ja was out this season, but he's winning them games actively. You know what I mean?
Bro, I was shocked to see them third in the West.
I wanted to do something about Jalen Wells as well.
Yeah.
He's had a great rookie season. Shout out to him. Memphis Grizzlies look really good. And
One
I feel
thing-
like they're not getting too much attention.
One thing I want to mention is the Memphis Grizzlies is probably one of the best teams finding players diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
Scottie Pippen Jr., Jay Huff.
J Huff, yeah. No one
Jalen
expected
Wells.
him to have a good
Yeah,
season.
they had a lot of players that have been great. Santi
Yuki.
Aldama. Who?
Yuki,
Yeah,
the GOAT.
don't know who it is.
You don't know
No,
Yuki?
no.
Yo, everybody, flame him. Flame him.
Oh, yes. Okay.
The short Japanese dude.
Yes. I know him.
Yuki.
Yes. I don't know. I thought it was a nickname for a second.
No.
But then I thought, yes, I know who he
Yuki
is.
Kawamura, bro.
Yeah.
The GOAT.
W-man.
The GOAT, bro. Shout out. You're representing all the short people, man. Shout out.
Short king.
Like, you're taller than him, bro.
Yeah, I am.
Like,
He's 5'8".
you know how insane that is?
I'd cook him in ball as well.
He's as tall as me.
Yeah.
Like, that's like if I was in the NBA.
That's crazy.
So that's why I supported. That's why I supported Marquise Noel. Supporting what's his name? Yuki Kawamura.
Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas is like, what's it called? He's like so desperate to get in the league. It's annoying.
Facts. Number 4, my Golden State Warriors.
Yep.
If this team does not make a move, they will miss the playoffs completely.
Yeah.
That hot start, it felt nice.
Yeah.
It was fake.
Mine's a little bit more boring than that. I said it's time to move on from Pods and Kuminga while they still have value. I mean, I feel like in a little bit they might actually have no value
Fully
at all.
agree. They messed up by not wanting to trade Pods. He's shooting 30% from the field. When you don't have another scoring option than Steph, right? It's atrocious out there. We have Wiggins taking shots. Wiggins has been great, but like you don't look at Wiggins to be a scorer. You know, Pods has been terrible. Kuminga bet on himself and bit him in the ass.
My God.
Right?
Yeah.
Get him off my
Literally.
team. You know, bro, at this point, I'd rather have Cam Thomas than anyone on that team. Give me Cam Thomas over Pods.
Who's gonna? What? I'm so interested to see A. Jonathan Kuminga's contract, B. Josh Giddey's contract, and C. Now Cam Thomas' contract.
Yeah,
3 guys from that class. How well they're gonna get paid?
I don't know what moves there are for the Warriors to make. Like I am on.
The good thing is, people are always like interested by lottery picks that have shown promise. So there's always that with Kuminga and Pods. Pods wasn't a lottery pick, but you get what I mean. So they have some value.
But
I
teams
think
are on the market?
eventually gets to a point, especially because you have to pay Kuminga, where he loses all his value.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So could have been
I saw people giving him up in a Cam Johnson deal.
Dang, man.
That's how.
Is that how bad it's fallen?
I had a deal, like a deal that I made. I wanted to get your reaction on it.
Yeah.
If I can find there you go. So it's a 3-teamer between the Warriors, Timberwolves, and Nets. So the Nets received DeAnthony Melton, Gary Payton II, Kyle Anderson.
Do you check that the contracts work?
Yeah. It's 6. The only thing is December 15th.
Yeah.
And Jonathan Kuminga, a first-round pick, and a second-round pick.
Yeah.
The Timberwolves receive Dennis Schroeder, Reese Beacom for contracts, and a second-round pick.
Yeah.
And then now I look at it, I don't think it's really fair. The Warriors actually
Julius Randle, Anthony Edwards.
The Warriors receive Cam Johnson and Dante DiVincenzo.
Okay, that's not fair. They gave up Dante DiVincenzo for Dennis Schroeder?
Yeah, I mean Dante has been terrible.
Okay, but it's still like he's still not as like.
I mean,
his value's still up there.
I think you would do Dante for Dennis. You have a point guard to replace Uncle Mike.
Okay, they have Rob Dillingham to replace Uncle Mike.
Apparently, he don't play though.
Yeah, but that's their future. They don't need him to replace Mike right now. Mike's still valuable.
I don't know if this is biased. I think this is fair. I genuinely think this is
biases, but it's not a bad trade. But
like it's not terrible.
What'd you guys give up for Cam Thomas or Cam Johnson?
Gary Payton, Kyle Anderson, Jonathan Kuminga, a first-round pick.
Okay, yeah, that's not bad. And what else do you get? DiVincenzo. I just don't see Minnesota giving up DiVincenzo.
I mean, they're making him available for trade.
Are they?
Yeah, they did. That's why I made this trade.
Why? I don't know why. I don't understand why. DiVincenzo, it's just the role as well, man. He's in such a weird role this
That's
season.
why I come to the Warriors. Imagine Steph.
Yeah, well, they don't want
Dante,
you. They don't want him to play well. They want him to play well for their team.
Steph, Dante, Cam, Wiggins, Draymond. Whoo!
They don't want him to play well for you guys.
Oh, that's kind of looking.
All right. Then you wake up, bro.
Yeah, literally, I woke up. And
Dallas Mavericks.
Dallas Mavericks. Klay Thompson made them worse.
I said Luka Doncic has the best PR in the league. I love we both have negative ass things about the Mavericks.
They look terrible, bro.
I said he has the best PR in the league because, dog, I did not know his efficiency was that bad.
It's terrible.
It's so bad. He's playing terrible.
Tour dates, bro.
Yeah, I know. Like, it's really, really, like, and I have not heard a peep about this. And as soon as he has one good game, Luka is back. Like, bro, he's been terrible. I'm still hearing him in MVP conversations.
Bro.
He's been horrible.
He's been terrible.
Hey, man, I said this about Dallas. I didn't expect Luka to do this well or this bad. But
Bro,
man,
I was trying to trade for him in
they
fantasy.
did not get better whatsoever.
I think James Harden and Norman Powell for Luka and fantasy is fair, bro. Let me
Shut
offer
your
right now.
mouth, man. Go ahead, do it. You'll get an instant response. What is wrong with
No,
you?
it's going to be sent to the group
Get
chat.
help. Get help, literally, bro.
Yeah, no,
Dallas.
he's been terrible. Klay Thompson has just not worked out. He's averaging 14 points. Hits
We
6
said it,
threes.
man. If he hits his threes, he helps them tremendously. He's not the same guy anymore.
I mean, he needs the Warriors.
Okay.
You know?
Well, he wasn't very good for you either.
Yeah,
at the
for
last
10.
season, but
The Clippers.
I said I'm interested in mine. I
Go.
said they would win minimum one round in the playoffs.
They're better without Kawhi. They don't need Kawhi to come back.
What are we doing, bro? They're not better. Okay, well, my logic is because when Kawhi comes back, my logic is this is sort of like what I expect the Grizzlies to do last season
Without Jaw.
without Ja, where they're staying afloat, staying in the
Yo,
mix,
Kawhi's
and
not
then
coming
Kawhi
back today.
But that's what
The season.
I didn't think he would come back this season because he sees how bad the Clippers are doing. He's like, what's the point of me coming back? But I think he's seeing the Clippers coming back.
When do you think
There's
have him
reports of
coming
him
back?
progressing well. Huh?
When do you have him coming back?
Start of next season. Or, no.
Start next
Start
year.
of next year, you know what I mean?
I should trade Norm then.
I think Norm will still be good, though.
I mean, he's not going to be averaging 25 points per game.
Well, obviously, but like...
I'm telling you,
He'll still be good.
Harden and Powell for Doncic, bro.
all right.
I'm hit
Listen,
him up
this
right now,
is
actually.
to the rest of our
Mid
fantasy
episode.
league. This is another reason to watch the episode because this Matt, you can witness this guy's brain working to fleece you, like in real time.
No, I don't.
But yeah, I think this is gonna be similar to how the Memphis Grizzlies wanted to do last season. You know what I mean? Where they're waiting for their superstar to come back. Kawhi's gonna be motivated to come back now, and yeah, I think
enough.
I think they win a minimal one because right now they're 6th seed. Who's the 3rd seed in the West?
The Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies. That's a
Yeah,
winnable
yeah.
series. It's a winnable series, man.
For sure.
All these teams are. The West is really good, so anybody can beat anybody.
That is true, unless it's the Thunder.
Yeah, unless it's the Thunder. Like they're
I'm
literally.
really
clear.
impressed. James, I know James Harden. We talked about his efficiency, but I think he's involving everyone else.
Yeah.
Chris Dunn has been great defensively. You know, kind of what we spoke about with Dyson Daniels, but obviously to a lower extent. And James Harden is a system. What can you say?
Okay.
Number 7, the Phoenix Suns.
You go first, because I can't cap.
I have 2.
I can't cap. I left this for blank, and I forgot to go back to it.
I have 2. KD is an MVP. 9-1 when he plays, or some crazy number like that. And they need Bradley Beal to succeed.
Mine, the thing I didn't know how to word it. Mine was like kind of similar to like the Bradley Beal, where I was like, their success really does revolve around him, and it like has revolved around him this season.
He's been great.
He's been great this season.
He's been
I don't
great.
think people like realize how good Bradley Beal
Nurkic
is.
has been terrible.
But that's a tradable player.
Bro, he's been atrocious.
Yeah, I mean that's a tradable player.
But the second apron makes it hard. Like,
1 for 1 for like another player that's been underwhelming, you know what I mean? And then add a pick. Washington, you know, Jonas Valanciunas.
but
Right?
can they get...
It's not that much of an upgrade. Like JV's not some crazy player, but if Nurkic has been that bad, you give up one of your picks to Washington and be like, yo, take Nurkic off our hands, please. Give us Jonas. And Washington's like, all right, give us your pick in like 2028.
I was going to say Jakob Pertl. No. That won't work.
I don't think the money works. Does the money work for
It's
JV?
1 million. But I don't know if the Wizards can give 2. Because Jonas' contract is 9.9.
They can give 2.
they
It's
can?
just they can only trade 1. Like,
But who else do you give? Sadiq Bey?
yeah, I mean, Sadiq Bey's not really playing. How much does Nurkic make? Damn.
18.
What?
Yo, bring him to the Warriors. That'd be funny.
All right, that would be
Bring
so,
Jordan Poole too.
That would be so funny. Imagine Jordan. They just bring everyone Draymond hates.
And Rudy Gobert.
Like, that would be so jokes. I'm trying to see if I can make a Nurkic deal work right now.
I did. I made it work.
Yeah?
Yousuf Nurkic for Sadiq Bey and JV, and then they give up a first round pick.
Is that worth it? I mean, maybe Corey Kispert.
It's not, I mean, I'd rather give up Sadiq Bey if I'm the Wizards.
Yeah, I guess that was like a.
Yeah, I mean, giving up a first
They
round pick.
just signed him because he's like a contract, like a solid player. That they
Oh,
can
but
trade
Sadiq
out.
Bey's out for the season.
Yeah, he is. So that's just money to make it work.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. Who's next?
Lakers.
Los Angeles.
Father time has come for LeBron.
I can't gap. I feel like I already talked about this. Mine was, I'm loving the fact that LeBron's fallen off. Not really an overreaction. Just like an underrated take, you know what I mean?
Yo, another thing, Dalton Connect is a steal of the draft.
My actual thing would be their success revolves around Austin Reeves. I think people aren't looking at how important Austin
I saw this.
Especially now LeBron's fault. They need Austin Reeves to take some sort of jump.
All right, we're back. What's the next team?
Denver.
Jamal Murray has fallen off, and Jokic needs to be a scoring machine for this team to finish top 8.
Yeah. I said the Russell Westbrook signing wasn't that bad.
Honestly, it's been good. It's been much better.
And people were hating.
Like yeah.
And I said this about Russell Westbrook. First couple weeks, he looks terrible.
Yeah, and then he gets
then he starts like adjusting. This happened with
he's been
what's it called? This happened
Clippers.
with the Clippers. This happened with Washington. It happened with like Houston. This is a Russell Westbrook thing.
Lakers was always bad. Jokic has been amazing. Like the start of the season, he was the only scorer.
Yeah.
Things have gotten better, but I mean, still not great.
Yeah. San Antonio.
Wemby is a top 5 player in the league.
I have a weird one. I think they should tank the rest of the season. You want to know why? Because imagine, I feel like right now, who is their second best player?
Keldon Johnson.
Keldon Johnson?
No, Bobby Vassell.
Vassell? Is Vassell going to be your second
Stephon
option?
Castle.
Is he going to be your second option on a championship team?
Hell no.
No, you need that second star. And that you can get from this draft. If you land a top 4 pick, imagine you had Cooper, Ace, or Dylan onto this team. How insane they are. They're automatically one of the best teams in the league. It's crazy.
I think you should try to do what the Raptors are doing.
Ethical tank? But that I feel like they'd be winning some of these close games.
Yeah. Yo, they haven't. They've only versed one Eastern Conference team. I don't know if you saw.
Yeah.
They have a cakewalk schedule coming up.
Yeah, hey man.
Warriors, look out.
Minnesota?
They're going to be a first round exit.
I said Randall makes teams worse.
Facts, bro.
I genuinely think any team he goes to, he just makes them worse.
Did you? What are your thoughts on that? That versus the Raptors, the 3-second violation, and then the toss.
Well, first of all, I think the 3-second violation doesn't get called enough in the goddamn league. The amount it happens in games.
Facts.
But I don't know, man.
I
think people are overrating the fact that Gobert had Scotty. Scotty Barnes is a good defender.
Yeah.
Okay? We're acting like he had goddamn Davion Mitchell sealed. Okay,
Yeah,
let's relax on that. He's not a good post player. I think it's the fact that I blame a little bit more on Rudy. You shouldn't be letting emotions take over if he doesn't pass to you.
No, for sure.
Walking out of the paint is crazy. As Scotty's behind you shouting 4, 5, 6. You shouldn't be walking out of the paint.
I think and that's one major.
They're both at
chemistry
fault.
issue.
They're both at fault.
For sure. I think one thing that Cat got better with. Gobert's not your best offensive player, but I'm gonna reward him because if I'm giving him the ball, he's gonna be motivated to play defense. I think that's what Randall threw that pass to Gobert's here, take it, bro. The Timberwolves commentators were like, people were saying that Randall was mad, but he just throws bullets all the time. It was so funny, bro.
He does though. I've been seeing so many Randall has a tendency to just chuck the ball at him.
He's just
literally, bro, he whips it at him.
Okay.
Sacramento.
I
said the DeMar signing changed nothing.
Fair enough.
I think they're genuinely the exact same thing they went for.
Mid versus mid. I said they messed up by keeping Keegan Murray because he's fallen off.
Yeah. They could have gone Pascal Siakam if they're willing to part ways.
Real?
Imagine Pascal Siakam on this team. DeMar and Pascal are reunited.
No, but they wouldn't get DeMar then.
You never know. You never know, right?
I mean, you give up Harrison Barnes in the Pascal deal.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, we both had them not making the playoffs. It was fun when De'Aaron Fox, by the way, dropped almost 100 points in 2 games.
And
no one realized. Not a top 10 point guard.
Can I just say no one realized as well?
Yeah, because UFC and then Jake Paul.
UFC and Jake Paul, literally.
Is he still not a top 10 point guard?
Okay, he's a top 10 point guard.
Okay.
But he's 10.
No.
It's not like I had him 12.
Drew Holiday averaging 12 points.
Okay, but impact.
Drew Holiday.
Look at all you.
Put De'Aaron Fox on the Celtics.
De'Aaron Fox can score 59 points, but the Sacramento Kings are still out of the goddamn play-in. So have fun with those empty-ass stats.
I mean, if you put De'Aaron Fox in Drew Holiday's situation, he's not averaging 12.
You never know.
No way. I'll
Never
show you
know.
in 2K right now.
Maybe the what's it called? Maybe the Celtics aren't the second seed. Maybe they're the third or fourth seed.
They're the first seed.
All right. Portland.
Alright.
Yo, make it happen, Sacramento. Trade De'Aaron Fox for nothing.
All day.
Portland.
Trade Simons and Grant. There will be teams who want Jeremy
I have a
Grant.
weird one. I said their roster makes literally no sense.
It doesn't. You have Aiton and
You have a
Rob.
boatload of centers. You have a boatload of guards, and they don't want to get any wings whatsoever.
Yeah. I
Like-
mean, they got Denny Abdia.
Yeah, but like, what's it called? Is he a part of the future?
mid?
They have no young players. They have no young players at that wing spot.
Oh, yeah, facts. I mean, Denny's not that old.
But like, how much is Denny Avdia gonna improve? It's not gonna improve. That much.
Apparently, a lot. They gave up a first-round pick for him.
Yeah, like I don't know, bro. Anyways, Utah.
Utah, they messed up by giving Laurie the bag.
I changed my stance on them. You know how high I was on. I think their future looks really bad if they don't get a top pick.
Really?
Because right now, Keontae George,
Isaiah Collier,
I've lowered my
Walker Kessler.
Walker Kessler is already on trade markets for some reason. He's had
Yeah.
a great season. I don't know why.
I don't get it why.
Larry
John
Markkinen,
Collins has been great. Shout out.
Cody Williams
on my
look-
fantasy
Yeah,
team.
but John Collins isn't a part of their future.
I know. I'm just saying. Just wanted to give him a shout out because he's
Cody
been great.
Williams has looked really bad.
Yeah.
Isaiah Collier's looked bad. Larry Markkinen looked.
Yeah, they're kind of in mid. I mean,
They've been mid. They've been mad.
they have terrible jerseys.
Yeah,
so
like-
I associate the Jazz with their jerseys.
It's just a sad time for Utah.
Facts, bro.
But yeah,
The Pelicans.
Trade Zion Williamson.
They should sit out and tank and rebuild around Trey Murphy and Herb Jones.
Doug, while Zion Williamson has value, get him off your team. Why are you sticking with a guy that doesn't play? He doesn't play. You imagine what you can get
was
for Zion
so
Williamson.
wrong.
Imagine what you can get for Zion Williamson.
It's nothing.
Yeah,
Maybe a
like,
bag of chips.
no, you can't. You can get so much though. You can
Yeah.
still get a lot.
Like a team like the Hornets would.
Hornets, New York potentially
No.
the second apron though, like before the cat deal.
Yeah.
But who else? Brooklyn,
Hawks?
Atlanta, Young and Zion would be so fun if goddamn Zion would play.
Yeah.
But like
Wemby?
that's the thing. Get rid of him. Get rid of him while you can, bro.
No, I agree. Like, I mean, it would be cool to see what teams would take Zion. I don't know how many there are.
He's a weird player where I don't understand his value.
Yeah, because he's been out for so long. But
Yeah.
I guess we'll see. Trey Murphy has been kind of good. Herb is still out. He should be back soon. Need him for my steals.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
End the goddamn episode. We're talking about fantasy for like 10 years. If you guys want a basketball episode, let us know. We'll literally just talk about fantasy
Facts.
for 30
It's
minutes.
so fun. Thank you guys for watching. This was a longer episode. A lot of stuff to cover.
Yeah.
Be sure to tune in for the Rockets video. And we're out. Peace.